So today I had the second stage assessment day for Starbucks Youth Action. It was labelled as a training day, but I think there was a bit of assessment in there as well. Came to the Design Arts Centre where it was taking place, had a few sort of informal welcomes with everybody, sort of had flip chart questions to answer, sort of what do you expect from today, what do you hope to gain, and the main issue was people wanted a bit more clarity on what the aims and objectives were for the UK youth and Starbucks. So we clarified those, and then as the day went on we started filling out our application forms, which is basically an extension of the first application form we handed in, but more about how Starbucks could support us and more about the organisation. We also did a 2-minute pitch. Mine went awful. I was really nervous. I was really stiff.
Had you prepared it? Sorry.
We were given time to prepare, yes, but I spent 25 minutes with my half an hour networking, which I think is equally as important because there were the Starbucks staff. I got some really valuable information, but unfortunately my pitch really did suffer. And as I do have an inclination that it was being assessed because there was people making notes, you know, I do feel quite nervous, but overall the fun looks great. Starbucks look like they're really supportive, so even if I don't get through to the next stage, which fingers crossed I do, then, you know, at least I've learnt a lot from today in terms of what works, what doesn't work, who I can approach, and I've got some really key contacts to
off with everyone walking around the space, walking around the room, any pace you want.
It's there. I see it. It's right there. I see it.
Come on.
It's there.
I just done a really good workshop with Barbara Israel, Artistic Director at Contact, on workshopping basically. The highlight for me was social metrics, I think he called it, where he sort of came up with some instructions, said how do you feel about running workshops, how confident are you, if you're really confident stand here, if you're not stand over there, and really maps out the feelings around the space. And I think when it comes to my evaluation and looking at whether participants have really got something out of the workshops, I can do a comparison maybe at the start and do this kind of social metrics space layout thing and do one at the end and see how it compares.